Sometimes it's just all about the brushes. A densely packed brush like this detail brush will help you stamp on your pigment because those bristles aren't fluffy. So you can just transfer the pigment from your brush to your skin just by tapping the brush right onto your face. This brush isn't fluffy, so we're not bending the bristles and dragging. Smaller the area, smaller the brush. I'm using the small end of the detail brush, sweep into my brightening highlight. I'm gonna lightly tap and lightly sweep just to deposit the color there. Blend as I go a little. These bristles are a little fluffier, so you can bend them just a little bit. Still not dragging, just lightly sweeping. Now I'm gonna use this 3D brush. This brush has medium coverage. I'm gonna use this to tap into my main shade. See how that pigment is just on the tips of my bristles? You can see it doesn't penetrate very far into the brush. You just tap on that main shade, transferring the pigment from the brush to the skin, and it's an appropriate size just to fill in those gaps. Medium coverage, just pressing that on my skin. These colors together create my foundation, and how you blend it depends on the tool you use. For light coverage with a more petite face, use a smaller, fluffy brush. And you can blend your makeup just by tapping or sweeping. This is for light coverage. Fuller coverage, you want something more dense. The bristles don't bend, they're not fluffy, they're not bendy, very stiff, tightly packed. We're gonna use that brush to press our makeup right where it is, and that's gonna give us a more full coverage. No swiping, no yanking. Don't bend your bristles. For sheer coverage, you can also use a larger fluffy brush. Very bendy. I use the 3D brush because it's a good medium coverage. Little bendy, kind of in between. Smaller area, smaller brush. Up and press. Tap your shades together. Keep them right where they are. Your shades will melt together into your skin really flawlessly. Blend your contour to Jesus. Lightly flicking up. Nothing crazy, no swirly whirling. Tapping and pressing right where everything is. You guys, this makeup that I sell makes this so easy. This brush is called the Shape Brush. Little fluffier, but a little bit more round. I like to use this for my bronzer. By the way, if you sweep into your cream makeup as if it's a powder, you can get a very light, very beautiful application without going overboard. You don't have to gouge or dig into your beautiful cream. So not only are we considering the density of the bristles, but we're also considering the size of the brush. You can even use your giant blush brush, bronzer down your neck. The blend brush for my blush, again, just lightly sweeping like a powder. I'll lightly dust it on the back to your cheekbones. You can even use a little baby brushes. This is a smudge brush. Great for eyeshadow, but also can help with little nose contouring. Just use the tips of those bristles. This one has a more flat end. This one is more round. I can just give a little enhancement with those little features. Small fluffy end. Sweep into your cream illuminator like a powder. Lightly sweeping the tops of your cheekbone. So the size of the brush is appropriate for the area. And then of course, the almighty eyeshadow brush for a beautiful eyeshadow look. Dust on an all over color. Use the edge to pick up a dark rich color for just a small area. The small little dense end to press in little bitty areas. Even your lash line. There's so many different brushes for so many different looks. You can totally do your whole face of makeup with just one brush. You don't need 100, but don't be afraid to explore with them. Comment brushes and I'll send you the link to my favorite Saint brushes. Also, you can comment match and I will help you build a customized, personalized palette just for you. Love you, bye.